police officer stood on my porch at midnight and said, "Your son ran over a man tonight and drove away." Behind him, I could see my neighbors gathering on their lawns. The officer said an elderly man walking his dog 2 streets over had been struck around 9 and left in the road. A witness described a gray sedan with a cracked headlight. My son's car was sitting in our driveway, gray, with a cracked headlight and a fresh dent in the fender that I had never seen before. I told him that was not possible. Eli was home all night. Then I turned around and saw my son standing on the stairs in his hoodie, sneakers still on, face white as chalk. He had not been home all night. The officer took photos of the car. He said detectives would come in the morning. When the door closed, I turned to Eli and asked him where he had been. He said driving around, just driving. He would not look at me. When I asked about the dent, he swallowed and said he hit a shopping cart. My 17-year-old, who could never lie to me without his ears turning red, stood there with 2 red ears. The detectives came at 8. They found a smear of dark blue paint on the fender, the same color as the old man's bicycle reflector post he had been walking beside. They found the headlight glass matched fragments in the road. They arrested my son in his pajama pants while he cried and swore to me he did not hit anyone. I stood in my doorway and watched them put my child in the back of a police car, and I am ashamed to write this, but part of me was not sure I believed him. The man survived. Broken hip, broken wrist, a head wound. His family wanted charges. Our lawyer told me the case was ugly. The car matched, the timeline matched. Eli had no alibi and had already been caught lying about being home. I visited him in the detention center that afternoon. He grabbed the edge of the table and said, "Mom, I lied about where I was, but I did not hit that man." He finally admitted he had snuck out to a party across town that I had forbidden him from going to. He said he took the bus there because the party had drinking and he did not want to drive. He said his car never left the driveway, except the car had a dent, and the dent did not appear by itself. Then he said something that stuck in my head like a splinter. "Mom, my spare key is gone from the kitchen hook." I drove home and stared at that empty hook for a long time. Only 3 people knew about that hook: me, Eli, and my younger brother, who had been staying in our basement for 2 months since his divorce, who had lost his license last year for driving drunk, and who had gone very, very quiet since last night. I did not accuse him. I did what the police apparently had not done yet. I walked the route between our house and the accident, knocking on doors, asking about cameras. A man 4 houses down had a doorbell camera pointed at the street. He pulled up the night's footage and let me watch. At 8:52, my son's gray sedan rolled past his house, toward the scene. I zoomed in with my heart in my throat. The driver's window was down. It was not my son behind the wheel. It was my brother. At 9:07, the car came back the other way, fast, headlight shattered. I sat in that stranger's kitchen and cried because I was holding proof that my son was innocent, and proof that my own brother had let a child sit in a cell for something he did. I took the footage straight to the detectives. They pulled my brother in that evening. He held out for 20 minutes, then broke and admitted everything. He had taken the spare key to buy beer, hit the man on a dark curve, panicked because of his record, and parked the car back in our driveway like nothing happened. He watched them arrest Eli that morning and said nothing. My son was released the next day. The old man is recovering, and Eli visits him every week because that is who my son actually is. My brother is awaiting trial. He keeps writing me letters from jail asking me to forgive him. I keep them in a drawer, unopened, a reminder that the truth was 15 seconds of footage away from never being found.